What's good, everyone? It's your boy Salos back again with a different type of video. If you guys have been around the channel for a little bit, you might have seen one of these videos. We haven't done them all too much, but we've done them every now and then. I believe the last time we did one was at the end of our Brilliant Diamond Let's Play. It was either Brilliant Diamond or Scarlet and Violet. It was sometime around that era. But pretty much what this is that at the end of every series, and technically I do consider Monster Hunter World to be an end of a series, and I do consider Monster Hunter World Iceborne to be its own thing because it's more like an expansion. For my Pokemon fans, this is the difference between Monster Hunter World and Monster Hunter Iceborne is the difference between Pokemon Diamond and Pearl and Pokemon Platinum, if that puts everything into perspective. So I do consider them two different games. So that's why I'm doing one now at the end of Monster Hunter World. It's a little overdue because we have started Iceborne, but nevertheless, at the end of every project on the channel, I want to just sit down and re-adjourn and just to reassess, because sometimes people come in the channel, sometimes people come off the channel, not everyone watches everything. I understand that my channel does have a bit of variety, which I do kind of enjoy that we have a variety, because that means that there's a good chance that there's something for you. If you see something that you don't enjoy, that's fine. You don't have to watch it, and you just wait for things that do happen. But because we have such a variety on the channel, I want to just sit down and just talk about all my plans for the future and all my plans for the channel, because there's a lot going on. There's been a lot of changes. There's been a few people joining in. So to all the new guys, welcome. I hope that you enjoy your stay. I hope that you enjoy what we do here. But this is going to be a longer video, so get comfortable. Maybe put this on the background. Maybe go ahead and do those dishes you've been putting off, because Lord knows I can relate to that. Go ahead and do some cleaning, because Lord knows I can relate to that. But yeah, consider this like a podcast type style of videos. But I have a list in front of me, and I pretty much just sat down. I listened to you guys. I've been talking to you, some of you guys on Instagram, and talking to some of you guys on the comment sections, and this is just where I want to take the channel going forward. So I'm going to talk about everything gaming that relates to this channel, and we're going to go from there. And the number one priority of this channel right now, I'm not even going to sugarcoat it, is Fire Emblem Engage. That's what's going to be the main lifeblood of the channel, because for the past 5 years now, I want to say that Fire Emblem in general has kind of built this channel up. Because when I first started Fire Emblem Heroes 6 years ago, God, Fire Emblem Heroes 6 years ago, that's a sentence. I want to say I had maybe 100-ish followers. And when I started posting Faye content, that's when we've slowly hit the 500 mark. So I really do owe a lot to Fire Emblem Heroes, and I don't want to be considered as a Fire Emblem YouTuber, because God, am I not good at Fire Emblem? I know I suck at that game. Strategy games are not my forte. I pretty much am here for the story. So at the same time, I know that a lot of people have come to know me for that. So I want to address it. So for the time being, Fire Emblem Engage is going to be the main focus on the channel. So I have come up with a plan that this is basically going to have, I'm going to have an A plot series and a B plot series. So Fire Emblem Engage is going to be the A plot series. So every Tuesday and Thursday, we're going to be streaming Fire Emblem Engage over on Twitch. And that might sound like, oh god, so you mean it's not gonna be here on YouTube? No. Every Fire Emblem Engage video you've seen on this channel has been a Twitch VOD. Every single one. So I don't want to say that I'm going to just ignore the chat in the streams, because that kind of ignores the fact that we're live streaming. But no, I also edited in the mind that this is going to be a YouTube video. So one thing that I always don't like about when people make YouTube highlights is that I feel like people don't understand what makes a good YouTube video and what makes a good Twitch video. Like when you're in a Twitch live stream, you're there to interact with the person. That obviously when you're watching a YouTube video, you can talk to the YouTuber through the comment sections, but that's kind of like, it's not really the same as responding to them right then and there. So people come to Twitch streams, they're there for the person, they want to interact with them, they just want to hear their thoughts on things as it happens, give them suggestions. Hey, make sure you do this. Oh, thanks, didn't know that. So that's what makes a good Twitch environment, I feel. And what makes a good YouTube environment is I want to say probably one of the best people who's done a phenomenal job at making their Twitch VODs into YouTube videos are Jaden Animations and AlphaRad. If you guys don't know, every video that they make is a Twitch VOD, but they edit it so well. They edit it in a way that you would never know that it was a live stream. I mean, they do put like little tidbits in there, like if a funny moment from the live stream happens, they'll throw it in there, but they make it a YouTube video first and a reel of the stream second. They only incorporate elements of the stream if it makes sense to include it. And there's so many times where when I'm watching like highlight reels or stream highlights, where I'm not here to watch a stream highlight, I'm here to watch a YouTube video, and I do understand that. So I hope that I've done a good job with my Fire Emblem Engage content and structuring it as a YouTube video, because I make it a YouTube video first and a Twitch VOD second. So don't worry if you guys are if anyone's like me out there is like, ugh, so stream highlights, that's not really a Let's Play. No. Trust me, I get it. It'll be, even when I'm in the mindset when I'm streaming on Twitch, I keep that in mind even as I'm recording it. So you don't have to worry about that. It still be structured as a Let's Play, as if I was I just had to be streaming it, because one, it kind of saves on storage space because my PC storage situation is not the best, to say the least. That's a very nice way of saying it. But yeah, it's gonna help me on that aspect. But we're going to do one chapter a day. So tonight, when I'm recording this also gives away when I'm recording this video. Tonight we're gonna be streaming chapter 10 of Fire Emblem Engage, and I hear that a lot goes down in chapter 10, and I hear that it ends on a cliffhanger. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to contain myself. We might do chapter 10 and chapter 11. It all depends, but my internet's also being a little wonky today, so yeah, we'll see, hopefully, but I hope my internet cooperates, because I hear that chapter 10 is actually a very important chapter, and I don't want to get screwed over by stream delays, because we had our fair share of stream delays last time, and that was not fun. But that's how that's gonna go down, and I'm going to do my best to commit to on Saturdays and Sundays. We're gonna basically, you have two chances to catch Fire Emblem Engage content. We're going to, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, will be Engage days on stream. That'll give me Friday to edit, or that'll give me basically, it gives me the maximum, well, I'm trying to get into a rhythm, into a schedule, so to speak. So Tuesdays and Thursdays will be the days I get my recording done. That gives me Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to edit the videos. And then on Saturday and Sunday, I'll hopefully I will have at least two of the VODs done, so I can upload on Saturday and Sunday. And then the weekends will be the days that the Let's Play happens. So you can either catch it Tuesdays and Thursdays on Twitch, or you can wait on the weekends on Saturday and Sunday, catch 2 episodes there, and we'll go from there. We'll keep that schedule going until we're done. So that's also just to get me into a rhythm, because this is also a pretty big shift for me as well, to getting it, because my YouTube channel has no structure, if you guys couldn't tell. So I'm not trying to overwhelm myself. I'm getting myself into baby steps, just one step at a time, one foot in front of the other, so I can commit to at least 2 videos a week. I don't think that if I do what I say, because I already play video games at least an hour a day, so I can commit to playing video games at least twice a week and streaming it. That's no problem. But having at least 2 days of editing so I can post at least 2 times. I think I can commit to that. So that's going to be the A plot series on the channel. The B plot series on the channel is going to be Monster Hunter World Iceborne, because Monster Hunter is very slowly becoming one of my favorite video games of all time. And we're creeping up on the 600 mark. It's been kind of back and forth. We've been at the 550 mark for a while now, but I think that I'm making some moves in the correct direction. And I feel like if I play my cards right with Monster Hunter, then we can take the channel to the next level, because pretty much Monster Hunter is what took us from 400 subscribers to 500 subscribers. And basically Monster Hunter, like I said, Fire Emblem Heroes carried us from 100 to 400. And from 400 to almost 600, Monster Hunter has been carrying the channel. So I do feel like Monster Hunter is taking the channel into a new direction, and I don't want to underplay that. And my Monster Hunter content has been catching some steam lately. But it's been in a bit of a predicament, because I have very, very loyal followers, and you guys mean the world to me. Shout outs to Pervy Sage, shout outs to Lunny, shout outs to all you guys. You guys know, the ones who comment on every single video and leave nothing but kind and amazing comments. You guys have welcomed me so much into the world community, and I am just eternally grateful for that. So there are people like that who enjoy the long form content, and even shout out to the people who don't comment. I see you guys. Like I said, I have all the buttons behind the channel. I can tell who's watching the videos all the way through and who's just kind of clicking in and clicking off. It's a good number of you. You guys, the ones who don't comment, you guys watch every single episode. You like every episode. That's fine. I'm like that too. When I watch YouTube, I don't comment on any videos. Like, if I comment on your video, that means that is a top tier S+ video, and I want to let the creator know you did a phenomenal job. You knocked this one out the park. But that is rare. That is extremely rare that I comment on the video. So I don't take any offense to people who don't comment on my videos, because I don't comment on videos, so I get it. But I want to let you guys know, I do see you, I do appreciate you, and you are just as valuable as the people I'm shouting out right now. Just want to make that perfectly clear. But at the end of the day, YouTube is just a system that prioritizes short form content. They're literally pushing an agenda for YouTube Shorts, because YouTube is trying to compete with the TikToks and the Instagrams. And if I'm being honest, I don't think they will. If I'm being honest, I don't think they're going to win that war, but they are trying their hardest to incentivize their content creators to make real content. So all this to say is that short form content will always win. It doesn't matter how loyal we are. That's just how it is. It sucks, because I personally like long form content as well. I grew up on Let's Plays. I still watch Let's Plays. Like, even some of the Let's Players I've seen and a lot of Let's Players that I've watched, even they've had to adapt their content to kind of play nice with the YouTube algorithm. It's a real thing, you guys, but we're trying our best, and I'm trying my best with Monster Hunter. So Monster Hunter is going to be the B plot series, and that's going to be basically whenever I feel like it. Whenever I just feel like playing video games, because right now Monster Hunter World Iceborne is my go-to video game. So whenever I feel like recording, it's just going to be spur of the moment. I'm probably just going to sit down and record probably after work, because when I get off work, I kind of just want to sit down and unwind and relax, play some video games before I get started on my next project and what I need to do, because I have a lot to do here at the house as well. But I want to have at least an hour a day to play my video games, just to unwind, to relax after work, and then get back into the fray. So that's what Monster Hunter World Iceborne is to me. So I don't want to say there'll be an episode every day, because I don't want to promise that to you guys. But I can guarantee you there'll be at least one Monster Hunter World Iceborne video a week. And you guys have seen how frequently I upload Iceborne. You guys probably know I'm gonna do more than one video a week, but I can commit to one video a week. I can definitely promise you guys that. Also, in terms of that, I already threw this proposition to you guys in the Let's Play, because you guys have basically already given me your answers, that you guys are in different time zones, that you guys are being real, that you guys kind of like to watch things at your own leisure. But you guys already said that Let's Play, that streams aren't in the question. But I also am trying to build up my Twitch channel, and we'll get to that. We'll get to Twitch in a little bit. But here's what I'm thinking. I'm kind of waiting on my buddy Abug to get all of his stuff rolling, but I'm thinking that every once in a while, because we do play a lot of video games off the radar, that we're going to start pretty much hunting together. I'm still going to do my own independent stuff. Like, I already told him that I'm keeping my Let's Play as is independent. Like, if I do come to a monster where it's just like, oh my god, I cannot beat it, I'm gonna try to beat at least all of the base Iceborne independently. And then when it comes to the title update monsters, the Raging Brachydius, I'm not sure if Seething Battle Geese is a title update monster, but pretty much all the title update monsters, the Latrions, the Fatalises, we're gonna do all of that together. So that's gonna be when we reunite and we're gonna do group hunts. That's gonna be a post-game type thing. But we would have these hunting parties where me and Abug go in and we hunt together. We might say, hey Abug, I need to go fight a Narakuga. Do you mind helping me out? Because it's just grinding. So pretty much all of our grinding we would do on stream. And also I did tell him that I'm gonna pick up Insect Glaive. So that is another weapon that I am trying to add to my arsenal. So he's gonna be teaching me Insect Glaive. I know a little bit about Insect Glaive because I have a couple of Insect Glaive built in Rise, and I've used them in Master Rank. So I know a little bit about Insect Glaive, but he's gonna be teaching me the nuances of the weapon. So probably in those hunting sessions as well, then you guys can help us learn Insect Glaive a little bit more to give you guys your tips and tricks. Because I know there are a few Insect Glaive users out there, but that's what I'm thinking of. That maybe not do a full-on live stream of the Let's Play like how the Let's Play started, but yeah, I am leaning more towards that's gonna be the direction I take with Monster Hunter and streaming and whatnot. Also, in the something I want to incorporate is that you guys hear me. I have like my little 1 minute soapbox moment at the end of every hunt, where I talk about what I liked and what I didn't like about the monster. I want to. What am I trying to say here? I want to do this in a way that I feel like that could be a little more structured, right? So, like Glavenus, the monster you're looking at right now. Brachydius. These monsters have completely blown my expectations. Arch-Tempered Nergigante, I am literally working on a video specifically for him. These are monsters that I feel deserve their own videos, where all I do is going to be just like this. It's going to be just my raw thoughts, just me just ranting and venting, talking about how amazing a monster is, how terrible the monster was. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm thinking that I want to do some stuff like that. And yeah, I don't know how you guys will feel about that, but I feel like that will give me more time to properly articulate my thoughts, to get everything across that I want to get across, because at the end of the day, and this is going to get into some I'm going to talk about later, but I do want to capture all of my thoughts, and I want to capture my entire world experience on this channel. That's the main goal of the Let's Play, to capture my entire experience through world from start to finish and have it captured on video. And I feel like in those little 60-second chunks, that is not enough time for me to properly articulate how I feel about Glavenus. Like, I will never forget Glavenus and Azure Rathalos fighting across the entire Elder's Recess. They were brawling all across the world. Brachydius grabbed Rathalos, slammed him out the ground, started wailing on him. Boom, 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 boom. Rathalos got back up, shot a fireball to the face. Brachydios went to the other room went further into the volcano. Rathalos chased right after him. They were going at it. That is a moment I will never forget. That is a top tier Monster Hunter moment. And those are moments that I just want to encapsulate and give those feelings on video. So yeah, I feel like I want to do a lot more discussion videos with World specifically right now because that's where I'm aiming at. But also, I am working on Arch-Tempered Nergigante and Primordial Malzeno video. But the reason why that video hasn't come out yet, because I do feel like Primordial Malzeno and Nergigante have a lot in common, like a lot in common, because I had the luxury of fighting Arch-Tempered Nergigante around the same time that Primordial Malzeno came out. And I feel like people are saying that those are both top tier Monster Hunter moments, but I'm holding out because I hear that Ruiner Nergigante has a pretty important role into the Iceborne storyline. So I kind of want to see how that plays out so I can lead to the story aspects of Primordial Malzeno, because I think that Primordial Malzeno is one of my favorite monsters of all time. So I want to give Nergigante his props, and I want to see how he interacts with the story, but LOL, Monster Hunter story. But that's the main reason why that video has not come out yet. But that is kind of what I'm thinking of. And I also want to, like, leaning into that more short form content, I'm also thinking of making things into a reel. Like, the first reel that I'm thinking of is that getting that Brachydios hunt in a reel. Because I'm kind of contemplating if I want to do the reel or if I want to do a full on Brachydios short form video, kind of like the Fulgur Anjanath video, because the Fulgur Anjanath video did very well. It did. I think we got like 4 subscribers off it or something like that, and it's got pushed around quite a bit. So, like I said, the shorter the videos always will win out in the end of the day. So I'm thinking of, but I also want to get my foot into reels because YouTube very aggressively pushes YouTube reels. In the time I've been recording this video, I've got recommended 3 reels. And these are probably people I don't even follow. That's just how aggressively YouTube is just pushing these things out. So, try to get my foot in the door with that. But that's kind of pretty much it for Monster Hunter. But I have been talking about Twitch, so I'm going to go talk about Twitch now. Twitch is a place where I feel like... Okay, so here's what I'm going to say on Twitch. Twitch is basically going to be a place where I go to finish my backlog of games. I haven't really known what I want to put on Twitch just yet, and I've really struggled with what will I do on Twitch. That's been my biggest draw on not putting anything on Twitch at the moment, but at the same time, it's like nothing's really getting done. So I'm going to use Twitch as a place to get my backlog of games done. So games that I'm thinking of going on Twitch are Persona 5 Strikers, because Strikers has kind of left in a ditch. Also thinking of, if you guys have been following me on Instagram, that I've been doing my second playthrough of Scarlet and Violet. I've been thinking about streaming the finale there, because I have done a pretty interesting theme. I'm not going to go too much into that here. If you know, you know. But I do kind of feel like I want to relive the final moments of Scarlet and Violet, because I've gotten all 18 gem badges or whatever. It's 18 badges, I think. They pretty much made it so that there's a important battle for every Pokemon type in this game. So all that's left to do is to battle Arven, to beat the Elite Four, the champion in the Nemona fight, and to fight Penny and the Director. That's all I have to do left in Pokemon before I go to Area 0. And I've been very reluctant because I know like this is gonna be peak Pokemon, so I think that might actually be going on Twitch, but we'll see on that one. Also, some other games that I've been thinking of putting on there are Mega Man ZX, because the ZX games are a brand new game for me, and I really want to do that game justice. So that's why I've been kind of holding off on not just going full on into it. But I really want to play, like, a brand is to me, it's basically a brand new Mega Man game. Nothing about ZX has been spoiled for me. So I'm going into this completely blind. Just like Monster Hunter World Iceborne, I'd be going to a brand new Mega Man game blind. And I think that Mega Man fan as big as me, that would be quite the reaction. I wanted to do a full-on Let's Play here, so I'm still contemplating if it's going to be a Let's Play or if it's going to be on Twitch. But ZX is on the brain. I want you guys to know that I just want to do it right, because it is a very special moment to me. And the reason why it's such a special moment is because this is a struggle to be a Mega Man fan, that back when video games were still before they were super mainstream, the way that video game stores worked is that they would always prioritize the big selling games. So the Maddens, the Pokemon Diamond and Pearls, you would always get millions of those. So you really wouldn't have to worry about getting to the store and running out. And then even if they did, they have a shipment coming in the next couple days. However, if you were a Mega Man fan, like me, they didn't really order a lot of those games. So they would probably get maybe, I'm not even exaggerating, 5 copies of that game. And if you didn't get one of those 5 copies, you would have to wait like a couple of weeks before they got another shipment in. It wasn't like the Maddens or the Pokemons where it's like, we're sold out, we have another shipment coming in a couple of days, just hold out. No. I literally had to wait an entire month to get my copy of Star Force 2 because I didn't get there in time. With ZX, what happened is the exact opposite. I got there too early, so I couldn't get the game. So and then when I came back, they're like, sorry kid, we're sold out. I don't know. And he just straight up told me, I don't even know when next shipment's coming in. So that was a done deal. That's why I never got to play ZX as a kid, because it got to the store too early. And that really sucked. But it is on the brain, and I just want that to be a very special moment, so that's where that's going. And I've also considered possibly doing multiplayer games on Twitch. So games like Smash, as much as I am 50-50 about Smash Ultimate, I wouldn't be opposed to playing some friendly games with you guys. Monster Hunter streams, I've already talked about that a little bit. Some Pokemon Wi-Fi battles, probably some shiny hunts. These are just all ideas about Twitch channel, but just know there will be activity on Twitch going forward. There's nothing really too set in stone on Twitch right now. Right now, the main thing is Engage. So I'll catch team with Engage, who knows? But just in case Engage content doesn't go anywhere and doesn't do anything for my Twitch channel, this is just stuff I'm doing in the background to kind of help that out a little bit. Something else that I also have been hinting at this entire time are YouTube Shorts. I really want to get into that field because one of my good buddies, Mega the Bolt, he's been doing the thing with his Tears of the Kingdom. Like, I think he's uploaded nothing exclusively but YouTube Shorts, and his channels went from 1 subscriber to he's about to hit like 2. He is very on the fast lane to 2,000 subscribers. Shout out to my boy Mega the Bolt. Please go follow him, by the way, if you haven't already. His link will be in the description down below. But that really just goes to show you the power of YouTube Shorts. That is how aggressively they want these things. Like, their entire YouTube Shorts channels, people who have never uploaded a single YouTube video. Like, all my boy Mega does is make YouTube Shorts, and he's already like pretty much about to double my subscriber count. That's just how important YouTube Shorts are to YouTube right now. So that's why y'all see a lot of your favorite content creators making YouTube Shorts, because that's just what you gotta do to be relevant, unfortunately. So I've had a couple of ideas, and this kind of does lean into Fire Emblem Heroes a little bit. If you guys have been around for a long time, whether it be on YouTube or on Instagram, I used to have this little series called Hero of the Week. And what Hero of the Week basically is where a lot of people focus on the new banner units, the shiny new units that they feature and they want you to summon for. But along the way, you get what are pity breaks. And you know these from other gacha games, or just, you want one unit, but you get another one. And my entire goal of Hero of the Week was to discourage people from be like, man, let's use an exact example, because this is a trap. This also was a little bit for me as well, so it is a little selfish, but I feel like it'll help a lot of people because it really is discouraging when you're going for Damian Wayne from Fire Emblem Heroes, and instead you don't get Damian Wayne, you get someone else. So I'm doing this in real time, by the way. So if I'm to sort my heroes by obtained, the last 5-star I got was Alchrist, which is a focus unit. Wow, I've really got nothing but focus units. But basically, so like, oh, here's one that I wasn't going for. Caden. It's like, man, I really wanted Alchrist on the newest Fire Emblem Engage banner, but instead I got an Alchrist and he broke my pity rate. Aww. But Caden is a very good support unit. Caden is probably one of the best buff units in the game. So Hero of the Week is to really highlight those heroes that no one is talking about, because in Fire Emblem Heroes specifically, there are tons of people who talk about the new banner units. You have Phoenix Master 1, you have the Sacred Spear, you have Oblivion Knight, there are so many people that talk about the brand new units, but no one is standing up for the little guy. I've been watching too much Ant-Man Quantumania. I just watched that for the first time. Stand up for the little guy. I can't really just quote Ant-Man in this video. But for real though, that's the whole inspiration of Hero of the Week, is kind of to show you that, yeah, you may have not got the unit you're going for, but you still got a very good unit. And that was really just for me to understand the units that I'm pulling and to understand their strengths and weaknesses, because a lot of times the new banner units suck. Like, if I'm going to the newest banner right now, if I'm looking at this banner, I really don't see Alchrist being a top tier archer. I mean, I could be proven wrong, but I think that some of the archers we have in the game are so absurd that he's gonna have a hard time competing. So that's what I'm getting at, is that sometimes you need to not lament what you don't have, but treasure what you do. That was the whole point of Hero of the Week. But it was a lot of editing, it was a lot of research, but I'm thinking of maybe if I can condense that into YouTube shorts and then make that like a consistent reel, then that'll get at least something going. That'll get me at least thinking about YouTube reels and get me used to editing that type of content. Another type of YouTube reel I was thinking of are probably Pokemon content, because I really do want to incorporate Pokemon on this channel. And I've been playing competitive Pokemon for about 20 years now. I have a lot of knowledge up here, and I really want to get that out on public. And a lot of people want to say, well, my favorite Pokemon isn't very good. Bro, one of my favorite Pokemon is Chimecho. Chimecho is a terrible Pokemon. Okay, let's not get ourselves. Chimecho is probably one of the worst Pokemon in the game, but I will always love Chimecho, okay? It has nothing to do with James, because everyone says, oh, do you like Chimecho because of James? No, I like Chimecho before James got it, okay? I just love wind chimes, okay? I love wind chimes, and in Pokemon Emerald, it was this super rare Pokemon. I spent hours on end looking for it in Mystery Dungeon. It was a rare Pokemon. I just love Chimecho, okay? So, I get it. We have favorite Pokemon, and not all Pokemon are created equal. It sucks, but I've learned how to make it work. Literally, last generation, I was murking people with the Pikachu. Literally, I was murking people with Pikachu. So, I really feel like I could show you people how to, it goes back to the whole Hero of the Week subject. Just, you can win in Pokemon with your favorites. You don't have to use Landorus T. You don't have to use Great Tusk. You don't have to use Iron Valiant. You don't have to use Gholdengo. You don't have to use Dragapult. Just use your favorites. And that's what I'm here to show you. That's all I've done. Ampharos, Noivern, people who fought me. These Pokemon are not very good. But if you fought me, you know Cuddles. If you fought me, you know Plasmius. Those Pokemon are nowhere near competitive, but I make them work. So that's also all I'm getting at, is that I want to highlight just these underused Pokemon, because in Fire Emblem Heroes and Pokemon, I just feel like I definitely make real content on that. So that's pretty much what I'm gonna really focus my real content around, is Fire Emblem, and because I don't want to fade Fire Emblem Heroes out of my YouTube channel altogether, but I have slowed down in Fire Emblem quite a bit. And one thing I don't want to do is give you guys bad advice. That's also why Hero of the Week went on hold, because I've not been actively playing Fire Emblem Heroes. So like when I was playing it and I was taking the game very seriously, I was very in tune with the meta. I was very in tune into what units were popular. So I was able to give very quality advice on builds that I knew work and builds that could stand up to the top tier units. I can't say that I have that same level of knowledge anymore, because lately I have gotten back into Heroes. I have been doing my Ether raids again. I have started playing more Summoner duels. So it's not as bad as it was at one point. So I can't talk about it to an extent, but it's not as cryptic as it was. That's been the real reason why it's kind of slowed down, if I'm being completely honest. But I am trying to pick that up a little bit. So what have we gone over here? That's pretty much the goals for Reels, that I'm gonna pretty much focus on Pokemon content, Monster Hunter content, and Fire Emblem Heroes. Yeah. Is that everything I said? Hero of the Week? Yep. Talked about that. Like I said, I'm looking at my notes here. We talked about Pokemon builds. Oh, this is why you have notes, guys, because I almost forgot something. 7-star raids. If you guys noticed the video, I always do the 7-star raids, but those videos do not do well. So I've been considering maybe converting that into a real format, because we have some crazy 7-star raids coming up. I don't want to spoil anything, just in case you guys don't follow leaks and all of that, but there are some crazy 7-star raid events coming up. So I think that I can edit those down into a 60-second reel. That might sound insane to some people, but I know I can do it. So I think that from now on, those 7-star raids that I do with my friends, there's gonna be reels. And then if they do well, they do well. But yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do going forward. So yeah, I want to do a YouTube Shorts. Wait, I've been saying YouTube Reels this entire time. YouTube Shorts. I think that's what have I been saying YouTube Reels, YouTube Shorts. YouTube Shorts, whatever. Reels, Shorts, potato. They're all the same. They're all the same, okay? They're called different things on different websites. They're all Reels, okay? That's all they are. So we call them film too. We have film reels and film. People want to see your reels, see what they're about. Same terminology. And the last thing that I really want to talk about, well, there are two things I want to talk about before I end this off. And these are the things that require a little more effort. So they really have taken a big backseat. But for me, scripted content. Now I know that they always say that people say that you shouldn't make content that you yourself like, because if you're like me, and I get that to an extent, because if you're like me, videos I watch long videos. I enjoy videos that are longer. I enjoy watching Let's Plays, but Let's Plays are not valuable. Like, just because you like something, it's cool that you want to make more content, because I mean, it makes sense. One thing I learned about the internet is if you spend enough time on the internet, you will find people that are into the same things as you. That goes for anything that you're interested in. It doesn't matter how obscure you're into. Like, I know feet have taken off, but at one point, the whole foot fetish culture, those people were into shadows, but when the internet came into the picture, all the people were like, oh, you like feet? I like feet too. And they've just kind of come together, and foot fetishes have become what they are. Not saying I'm one of them. I'm just saying I know people in my personal life who like feet. And they were the outsiders. They were outside in the early 2000s. But now they have strength in numbers. And this is just getting very weird. So I'm going to stop this conversation right now. my point in bringing all this up is that the more time you spend on the internet, the more you will find people that like the same things that you like. So for me, I like long form content. By making long form content, I have found other people that like Let's Plays. You got like I mentioned, like people like Lunny, people like Pervy Sage. We all like long form content. It just sucks that long form content is not favored by the YouTube algorithm. So that I get what people say when they say don't do that, but complete stark opposite to that. Completely breaking everything. I graduated basically with 3 degrees in college. I majored in I majored in film. I minored in journalism, and I'm certified for full stack web development, which is what I basically do for a living. So I want to say that I have a hand in writing scripted content. I literally went to school for it. So with the video knowledge I learned as a film major, and all the writing skills and writing texts I learned as a journalism minor, I feel like I can put together a pretty solid script. And I've always been pretty I have zero natural talent in a lot of things, but the one thing that I've always been good at is writing. I've always loved to write. Like even when I was back in high school, pretty effortlessly. Like I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but when I took those graduation exam tests, I had the highest. Well, I don't know if I was number 3 or number 1, but all I know is I was in the top 3 of the best written essays for the entire state of Georgia. Just to put it in perspective, like I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but I didn't even prepare for that test at all. But that's just to say that I just have a natural innate love for writing, and I really want to, if I can implement that here on YouTube, I want to. So video essays, I love listening to video essays. I put them on my car when I'm stuck in traffic. I listen to video essays, but I'm good at it. I like it, so I want to do more. I want to do it myself. But video essays take a lot of work. I don't think people understand how much work goes into video essays. Like, shout out to my boy, A Bug. I mentioned him a couple times on this update video. At one point, he wanted to do, because I might as well go ahead and bring it up. One of the video essays that I'm working on is that I want to compare Monster Hunter World to Monster Hunter Rise, because I hear this debate all the time. Monster Hunter World, which one is better? Monster Hunter Rise is better than the World. World's better than Rise. Rise is better than the World. Blah, 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 blah. Look, I played the Monster Hunter World to know I've made my opinion on Monster Hunter World, and I don't think my opinion is going to change. That it is an amazing game. I get the hype behind it. I love it. I am very grateful I bought it. I'm satisfied with my purchase. It is probably one of my favorite video games I've ever played. It's probably one of the best video games I've played in a very long time. I love Monster Hunter World. I love Monster Hunter Rise. I just want to end the bickering. Both Rise and World are immaculate games. I love them both. They're both S-tier Monster Hunter experiences. So I just want to put my thoughts out there and get everything in. Just talk about, because I do, like I said, I love the games for different reasons. I don't love Rise for the same reason I love World, and vice versa. I don't love World for the same reason I love Rise. I feel like Rise does things better than World. I feel like World does things better than Rise. And I just want to compare and contrast them. And my boy, A Bug, he's like, that sounds like a dope idea. I want to be a part of that. And I started to show him just how much work is going into this video, and he was like, you can have that. I'll just collab with you another time. And no shade to A Bug. No shade at all. Like I said, but I think that people just don't understand how much work goes into these video essays. Like the Why Volo Works video, that's a video essay. That's been in the work for almost 2 years now. People do not understand how much research goes into this, how many drafts go into this, how getting all the footage to match your lines and to match your delivery gets into this. Because when you have an opinion, you have to be very articulate and very precise with your words to make sure that your message gets across and there is zero room for it to be misinterpreted. Because people love taking your words out of context, twisting it in their favor, and say, oh, look what Salo said about Monster Hunter World. Oh, he hates Monster Hunter World. So that's all I'm saying, is that it takes a lot of time, but I do want to give my hand at it because I know I'm good at it and I want to lean into that. So the 3 video essays I have planned are, like I said, the Why Volo Works, my Monster Hunter Rise versus Monster Hunter World video. And the last one, I've been talking about this for a while now, is Mega Man Battle Network. I know that Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection came out quite some time ago. Oh, maybe that's something else I can play on stream. Not Monster Hunter, Battle Network. Didn't even think about that. But I'm just saying that I feel like Monster Hunter, I keep saying Monster Hunter. I've been talking about Monster Hunter quite a bit in this update video. But Battle Network is a game that is very near and dear to my heart. My favorite video game of all time is Mega Man Battle Network 6. And that's pretty much what's going to be the heart of that video essay, because Battle Network 6 is when Mega Man Battle Network was solidified as my favorite video game of all time, and Mega Man EXE was solidified as my favorite video game character and his favorite fictional character in general of all time. Iron Man comes close to number 2, but no one will ever replace Mega Man.exe for me as my favorite video game character of all time, my favorite fictional character of all time. And I really want to do that video justice. So that is one that it is in the works. I have had multiple scripts of it. I've had multiple drafts, but I want to play through all the Battle Network games, make sure I have all my lore correct, to make sure that I have all my facts correct. But I really am just kind of talking from the heart on this one, because this is a video that I'm making. It really is just a video of love. It's just a video on why I love Mega Man. And that's kind of why I've just kind of shied away from it. Because I'm like, well, I mean, someone else will make a video essay on it. Mega Man's Battle Network's been getting a lot of steam lately. But at the end of the day, my feelings are my feelings. And that will never be articulated. No one will ever say what you want to say, because no one has the experience with Mega Man like I have. So I want to just make sure that I get that point across. I want to do that video justice. But it is something that I'm working on in the background. Like I said, video essays just take a lot of work and a lot of time. So I think that those 3 by themselves are more than enough to get my hand wet with video essays and getting into all of that. So those are pretty much the main 3 that I'm going to focus on, are the Why Volo Works video, the Monster Hunter World vs. Monster Hunter Rise, and the Mega Man Battle Network collection. That's pretty much all that I'm going to do. And those are things that I'm working on in the background. Like I said, most of the stuff is in the background because, like I've been saying, Engage is the A plot. Engage is what I'm going to be pumping out the most on this channel right now. And the B plot is going to be Monster Hunter World Iceborne. Those are going to be right now, those are going to be the main 2 things you see on the channel. I know that we've had some Pokemon content too. Pokemon has been doing well. I don't want to shout out to my Pokemon boys. And that is going to be the last thing I'll talk about here, is my plans for Pokemon. Now, I did say earlier in the video that I want to incorporate Pokemon on the channel in some type of way. But I do have it here that I do want to get what's up here from my 20 years of knowledge of Pokemon and get that into the mainstream and get that knowledge out here on YouTube. So something I did back in the heat of the pandemic is that I hit Master Ball tier on Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, not Scarlet and Violet, on Pokemon Sword and Shield. And along the way, I kind of showed people how to team build. I showed people how to make a team. And for this one, I would go in with my in-game playthrough team, and I would very slowly tweak it. And I'd show people, okay, Meowscarada is working because it beats Dondozo, but that's all he beats, and we don't really see Dondozo that much. So maybe we need to box Meowscarada, because I also know that Urshifu is very rampant right now. And Urshifu has a very good matchup against Meowscarada. So that's not true, by the way. Meowscarada can actually hold his own against Urshifu. Specifically Rapid Strike, because Rapid Strike is more common than Single Strike this time around, which I find a little funny. But let's just say that wasn't the case. So I'd be like, okay, so let's reassess. Who's gonna be a better answer? Maybe I should bring like Amoonguss to deal with Urshifu Rapid Strike, so that I can use Spore, put it to sleep, and then I can Terastallize and knock it out in one hit. That's just an example, by the way. That's just an example. That's not necessarily true, but that's kind of the thought process that would take people onto, well, this Pokemon isn't working, or this Pokemon I see a lot of. So who is the weakest link in my team? Who can I take out to make my team even better? And because there never will be a perfect team. You'll never have a team that has no weaknesses. So all you can really do is to account for as many Pokemon that you know you will see as possible. And because once you know what's around you, that's how you use your favorites. That's how you make your favorite Pokemon shine, is that you have to understand what other people are using. Because if you don't know what you're fighting, then what are you preparing for? So that's what I did in Sword and Shield, and people liked it. So I want to take that series and bring it here on the main channel with Regulation D, especially now that I have access to all my old Pokemon. But with everything else going on with the channel right now, I can't say that I'm going to make Regulation D. I'd love to. It seems like a very fun and interesting format, but it may or may not happen. But that is something that I'm thinking about. That is a series that I want. Maybe once Engage is over, I can bring Pokemon more into the limelight, more into the spotlight. But that is something that I'm thinking of. Like I said, that's also why I think that streaming Pokemon might work, because I could also stream Wi-Fi battles, and I could, as long as you guys promise not to stream snipe me, then I could probably do Wi-Fi battles, and then Wi-Fi battles can come to the channel that way. We'd have maybe Saturday nights, I stream nothing but Scarlet and Violet. I fight as many people as I can, and then those Wi-Fi battles become YouTube videos. That's an option as well. But yeah, that's all this is. This is I'm calling this an update video because I'm just updating you on where my mind is. But just to recap, like I said, let's keep the main things. Let's keep the first things first. Like I said, Fire Emblem Engage is the main focus of the channel right now. Every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 o'clock EST, which is going to be today because today is a Tuesday, we're going to stream Engage. And then on Saturday and Sunday, those streams from Tuesday and Thursday will be on the channel, will be on the YouTube channel. Like I said, they'll be edited as YouTube videos first and stream VOD second, so you don't have to worry about that. The B plot is going to be Monster Hunter World Iceborne. Like, I think that we've come to the conclusion that we're going to keep the series as is. I'm not going to do too much, but there will be changes. Like I said, I'll probably take highlights from my Let's Play and make them into Reels. I keep saying Reels. Making them into YouTube Shorts. Like the Brachydios, I think that's going to be the first one, because that turf war with Azure Rathalos and Brachydios has been living rent-free in my brain this entire day. Throughout all my day at work, that's all I was thinking of. That's literally all I was thinking of. It's kind of sad. But, yeah. Discussion videos will also be coming, because I feel like that'll help me encapsulate my thoughts, and that'll help with the inevitable video essay of Monster Hunter Rise versus Monster Hunter World. That's going to be happening. So you can expect a discussion video around Glavenus, because you guys know that I absolutely loved the Glavenus fight. You can expect a discussion video on Brachydios, because you guys know I love the Brachydios fight. And eventually in the distant future, we'll do grinding sessions with my good buddy Abug. We go grind gear together. He'll help me learn the Insect Glade together. I'll help him make his sets. And then it'll be a good time. If you guys want to join in with us, that'll be fine too. Maybe those will be videos as well. Well, who knows? But those are the main things that are main. Right now, that's the main focus on the channel. The main focus on the channel is going to be Monster Hunter and Fire Emblem. That's what's built this channel up so far. So I'm going to lean into that. I'm going to strengthen that. I'm going to, hopefully, that'll take this channel to new heights. And something that I've also, okay, I keep saying the last thing. This is actually going to be the last thing, I promise. But one thing that I asked people, what do you guys want me to address in the update video? And there's one guy who mentioned that he does like my reviews, which I did do at one point. A long time ago, I did do reviews. But as you guys see, I have a lot on my plate in terms of scripting and writing. So I don't want to commit to that just yet. I'll just say I'm going to put a pin in that. But I will leave you on this because there are 3 games that I've wanted to make reviews on because I feel like they haven't really done that. I have very unique opinions on them. They're all Pokemon games, by the way. So if I were to do a review of these 3 games, which one would you be most interested in hearing? A review on Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl? A review on Scarlet and Violet? Or a review on Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee? I'm not committing to it. I'm not promising anything. But which one of those 3 would you guys like to hear? And with that, I think that we are finally done with this update video. And man, this has been about the length I expected, to be honest. If you guys made it to the end of the video, I want you guys to, if you guys made it to this point in the video, comment hashtag let me tell you something. I just want to know how many people actually made it to the end. But thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. I always thank you guys. If you guys enjoyed the fact that I do this, well, you guys can leave a like if you want to. I'm gonna do this regardless because I'm also that person where I'm very transparent because say what you will about Donald Trump. Say what you will about Donald Trump. But one thing no one can take away from him is that he is probably the most honest politician you will ever get. If he's thinking something, he's gonna tell you exactly what he's thinking. If he has a plan, he is going to tell you your plan. He's going to tell you exactly how it's going to play out, and he's gonna do it. And I can, to an extent, respect that. Because there are a lot of people nowadays who have a hidden agenda. There are so many people that feel like they have tricks up their sleeve, or they don't want to show their whole hand, or they're trying to size up no. I'm just a very transparent person. So this is my way of just showing this is my plan. I don't want to, like, when people are asking, oh, where's this, where's that, where's this, where's that? This is also just a nice way for me to point to, well, did you watch the update video? So this is also my way of just showing people that, yes, I do have a plan. I know it may not look like it because my channel's all over the place and I am working on that. But yes, there is a plan. And when people ask about things, I can just say, did you watch the update video? Where's Persona 5 Strikers? Did you watch the update video? Oh, why are you doing reviews anymore? Did you watch the update video? Oh, where's Fire Emblem Engage? You haven't uploaded in a couple of weeks. Did you watch the update video? So that tells you exactly where my mind is. And if there's something else that you guys are wondering about, then leave it in the comments and I'll talk to you guys there. This is a discussion. So yeah, the discussion doesn't end with the video. If there's anything I mentioned in this that you guys like, if there's anything that I mentioned in this video that you want to see expounded on, or I kind of glossed over, because I did gloss over a few of my bullet points, then let me know. And it also lets me know what I said, what resonated. I might think that, reviews aren't that big of a deal. No one's going to care about that. But if a lot of you guys say, wow, yeah, I do like to hear you talk. I like to hear your thoughts. I'd love to hear a review on Monster Hunter World, but oh, okay, then I'll prioritize making a review. So yeah, if there's anything in this update video, anything in this discussion video that stuck out to you, let me know. Just reach out to me. I'm not an intimidating guy. I don't think, at least. I don't bite that hard. But yeah, with all that, I think I'm finally about to end this update video off. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for making it to the end. Like I said, if you did make it to the end, comment hashtag let me tell you something, okay? So with all that being said, I'm about to get about. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Till then, deuces.